You just bought a house. Congratulations! Well, now let the fun begin. Yes, that's right. There are tons of things to be done before closing. So here for you, I put 5 top priorities that you have to focus on. Number 1, you will need to give your lawyers and your mortgage broker lots of documentation and information. So I joined Jonhathan Chan from the Mortgage Alliance and I asked him what you absolutely cannot do before closing.
Gemma, buyers should as much as possible try to keep their debts the same as possible before closing. Meaning, when they got approved for their mortgage, they held a certain amount of debt, whether it be credit card debt, loan, line of credit. Keep all those balances the same, if not smaller, by the time they close. So what does this mean? It means if at all possible, trying to pay off any small credit card balances or loans if it's possible. But what it also means is trying to resist the temptation of taking on additional liability if it's in the form of a term payment. So they've just purchased this property, they're all excited and they can't wait to furnish it. They can't wait to get in there and they think to themselves, I've always wanted that sectional, I've always wanted that kitchen set or that dining room set. I've always wanted a new television. Anything that requires a payment plan that the buyers can't simply go in and buy with cash, even if it were a new car, whether they lease it or they finance it, all of those things should be taken on after the mortgage closes. Because after the mortgage closes, it will affect obviously their income ratios or their debt servicing ratios. So the best thing to do for buyers is to eliminate, prior to closing, making their credit situation better, any small debts that they can, and avoid taking on any new debt and liability until after closing. I hope this helps. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks very much.
And now I have asked Grossie from Korman and Company, what should a buyer expect from their real estate lawyer? It is very important to have a reputable lawyer to help you and guide you until the end, until closing.
Hi, Gemma. Great question. Thanks for asking. So what should a buyer expect from a real estate lawyer? So we get involved once you've made the offer, you've picked the house, it's been successful, you've agreed to buy it. We're going to take you from that stage to final closing, which is when you actually become the owner and you get the keys. I see our job as twofold. There's the technical side that's going on sort of in the background, which is the title search, us going through your mortgage documentation, reviewing the agreement to make sure that the promises the seller made in the agreement are upheld. And then there's also the guidance, which is getting you from that stage to final closing. What do you need to do? You need to set up your insurance, you need to set up your utilities, you need to come in and meet with a lawyer to sign the paperwork, and how you get the keys and how you pay for it and how the mortgage money is transferred, all that stuff. That's all part of what we do. So hope that helps, and thanks.
You also need an insurance for the home. So start now, shop around, and look who's going to offer you the best price, but also the best services for your needs. Number 2, set up your utilities to begin the day after closing. And if you don't know who they are, your realtor can help you with that. So the list is electricity, water, internet, cable, alarm system. I usually recommend you to contact them 3 to 4 weeks prior moving. And don't forget your mail. Number 3, book your movers. Please don't cheap out on this. The movers are very important. It is crucial that they show up the day off right? You wouldn't want to wait them all day for them to come and realize that they're not coming. Number 4, a walkthrough is essential just before closing, usually a day or 2 max before, because you want to check the state of the house, if there's any deficiency with appliances or anything that needs to be addressed before closing. If they are, we need to send it right away to your lawyer, and so the lawyer can take care of it for us. Number 5, we're talking about closing date. Yes, exactly. The day has finally arrived. It's the time for you to receive the keys from the lawyer. So the first thing that I want you to do is go to the house, check it out, in and out, because you have until midnight that night to report any problem to your lawyer. Finally, try, if possible, to not book the movers for that day. It is extremely stressful to move on the same day as closing because you might not get the keys at 11 o'clock in the morning, probably around 5. So what are you going to do all day? And what if, for any reason, it's not closing? So make sure that you talk with your realtor about this and your lawyer as well. My name is Gemma Leggett with Remax Hallmark. I'm here to help.